So this is why Joyboy, the Joyboy, not religion, what you call it? Joyboy, I don't know what you call it. The Joyboy thing, right? And how the prophet Joyboy prophecy, the Joyboy prophecy, and the Joyboy stuff is different from Naruto. Okay, let me explain. So Naruto, we have Naruto, Sasuke. They are the chosen ones. Where does this come from? Because they're already strong. Like they don't need. To me, I felt like, here we go again. We're adding more power to them niggas, to them guys. Excuse me, to them guys. And it's like you doing too much. You're adding. There's already they got KCM, KCM 1, KCM 2. That's Naruto. Sasuke got Atamarasu, Susanoo. That's it. And he has a team of his. And he has his own team. And he has his own. And he has his own team. KCM, KCM 1, KCM 1/2, Sage Mode, Summoning Jutsu, you know, Sage Mode, Summoning Jutsu slash Summoning Jutsu. So these people are already stacked characters, right? Joy Boy, it's like it's built in within the lore a little bit. You've been hearing about Joy Boy. You've been hearing about Joy Boy all along, if I'm not mistaken. Right, I'm a big One Piece fan. I started watching One Piece in Puck Hazard. Stopped watching One Piece at Whole Cake Island because it wasn't like taking too long. It was just like I don't know. I got lost interest. I'm back. I'm at Egghead. I'm reading Egghead now. Anyway, that's my little history of that. But it's like One Piece. These characters. I mean, Naruto. These characters are already stacked. These characters are already stacked. Had a stacked arsenal. And now all of a sudden he doesn't use six pass mode. That would have saved him some energy. And then instead of like, oh, but we don't want to recycle that mode. Why don't you want to recycle it? Make this new version, the Barian mode. Make that because like then it's like you kill off Kurama. I'm like, dude, it's you still use KS, you still use KCM. So it's not like they're really not willing to use Barian Sage or Six Pass mode. It's just like they don't. I guess they think the audience don't like it. No, the audience doesn't like unbuilt up stuff. Because if you build stuff up along the story, along with the characters, Joy Boy, Straw Hats, the previous Straw Hat wearers, there was previous Straw Hat wearers, right? Previous Straw Boys. That was built up throughout this narrative. This Naruto, the prophecy of the perfect child. I don't know what it was called, but it was like Naruto's prophecy, right? It wasn't. It wasn't built up like so bad. It wasn't built up to like. So first it was Jiraiya, then it was Minato. Minato died. Then Child of Prophecy. That's what it was called. Then it was Naruto. Child of Prophecy, right? But now it's kind of like, why are we always going through that type of prophecy stage? And I'm like, people are asking, like, why is people like this? Because it's more built up. It's built up throughout the series of One Piece. Joy Boy, Nika, all these characters, Sun God, all this was built up within the narrative, right? One Piece, the Child of Prophecy came out at Pain's arc. That became out of Pain's arc, and people were like, okay. Then they were both sons of like not sons. They're both of Avatar, not avatars, but like both had the Indra and Ashra DNA, spiritual energies, and that was kind of people like, okay, now they're already overstacked. Barium, I think they should have just used Sage and Sage. Barium, that the whole form of that was different. I guess it was like an executive decision. That was like, we're not using Barium mode. We're not using Sage. We're not using Sage or Six Pass mode anymore. We're just using Barium mode. But that's like, okay, but you had that mode though, and it's really pretty OP, and it would have killed the dude regardless if Kurama would still be alive. People love Kurama. I love Kurama. Like he's a friend. Like he's the monster within that's friendly. That's beautiful. But back to the One Piece. One Piece is like it was built in there, and it was like okay, we know this prophecy is here. We are aware of the prophecy. The prophecies in front of us. It's not gonna be like, oh, the prophecy just showed up willy nilly, like that dad. Well, he said, hey, I'm gonna go get milk, but he comes back when you get that NBA scholarship type thing, right? So it's like that. You kind of have to like kind of you don't have to spend belief, right? You don't have to be like, okay, you don't have to fit that into your own fit it into the narrative, which now people really don't like Naruto because it's like you have to fit that into the narrative. You have to fit a lot of things into the narrative of One Piece. Naruto, I mean, excuse me, narrative of Naruto. You have to fit in a lot of stuff into Naruto. You have to fit a lot of stuff into like the retcons. It's like that's so much retcons. That's like, dude, why can't you just sit still? Like not sit still, but it's just to me, it's like it's a lot of retcons that we had to deal with, and I'm going to put this. Here's a retcon, boom, another retcon, boom, another retcon, boom, another retcon, boom, another retcon, and you're stacking up like that's the ladder of retcons, and it's like things that we like, and it's like I think also the executives had kind of not real Kishimoto in. I mean, I still love Naruto, but it was one of my first animes. But it's like you got to, you got to get back into um just like make a show Bible, put it on your phone, put the abilities on your phone, and that's it. That's what we had. That's what I would have done. Let's put the abilities. Have someone have a show Bible and say, does it fit this show Bible? Or are we expanding the show Bible's abilities? You know what I'm saying? But it's not really. To me, I feel like we aren't like we. I think people are just tired of Naruto, and it's like One Piece is just it's the focus, right? One Piece is the focus. It's present. It's still going on. I'll be oppressed if people. I'll be oppressed to see if people are going to go back to watch One Piece, watch the parts they missed, watch the parts they cut out. I'm definitely going to go back and watch One Piece, but I'm like, start from start from start from the end of Alabasta to going forward. From there because it's a wonderful, wonderful story. Wonderful story. It's a good narrative. Let's talk about political stuff. If you don't think it's political, I'm not here to argue with you. Argue with your mama. But you got to see the differences because I think Kishimoto forgot. For Kishimoto, was heavily edited because he's like he will forget certain things and certain things will go up in the air, whatever. And I think one time Oda said he is his editor said hey, you have to kind of wrap up this Shabu the Warlords arc. You have to wrap up the Warlords arc. And one day it's like he was like wrapping it up, and he's just like, "Oh, let me do this. One more arc is going to be Doflamingo." I love the Dressrosa arc. I do. Was it long? Yes, but it's worth it to see Luffy get forth beating the dog crap out of Doflamingo. Now, here's the thing. It's like the thing. Like I said, it was built up. Joyboy's built up. Here's another point. Oda was he took some time off to build off that stuff. Joyboy stuff like that. The Giants, all this Emu. When Emu came out, I was like, yo, I need to get back into One Piece. But I did eventually. I got back at doing the Ed arc. I skipped one though. I don't know why I skipped one. Don't tell me. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Listen. I was watching one, and I was like, "This is long. Let me just go watch something else. Watch this when I come back." I've been watching one. Don't ask me where, because I don't want my source to get sent to the Shadow Realm. But just be careful. Listen, it's ridiculous. People, I want to talk about. I was talking about Joyboy, but I went off on a different rant page. But whatever, it doesn't matter. One Piece is better written than Naruto. To be like, people say, oh, people. I like One Piece more because it's more expensive and its political issues are more broad. Like Naruto is basically, I don't think it's like it's focused on the U.S. per se, but it's like it is. I just feel like it could have done with the shonen world, the shonen ninja world is corrupt. I'm like, okay, the world we know is corrupt, right? But it's just like difficult. But back to the Joyboy thing, I think One Piece definitely built it up, and Naruto was just like, I think he was at his end of his like end of what? Okay, who's gonna be Kurama? Who's gonna be Kaguya? Who's gonna be Kaguya? Who's gonna be Kaguya? How is that gonna happen? And he just had to like, rush it because I think the editors were tired of like just correcting him and reeling him in, you know. And for I think Joyboy is like there's several other Joyboys out there besides Naruto, besides Luffy, excuse me, besides Luffy. Yeah, like, comment, follow, peace.